Hi there. I'm going to try and do a mat class today that's really working on trying to improve upper body posture. You know, we tend to kind of be living here a little bit with the neck and the lower and the back. So it's all about opening up. It's some fascial stretches for the whole body, which will increase everyone's mobility and range of movement. And yeah, and the rib cage. Importantly, freeing up the rib cage, freeing up the upper spine. Let's go. So we'll start with a little bit of nice, easy standing fascia stretches. Okay. So we're going to just grab a wrist. I'll move back here a little bit, and from there, take the feet a little bit wider, maybe than normal, and then just go for a nice, juicy side bend, bending into it, and then grab the other wrist and bend the other way. So really think of pushing the hip one way as you draw the other way. Don't over-challenge the shoulders, so you can bring the arms slightly forward of the head if that feels an easier stretch. But these are just glorious for getting into the side body. Okay. And then let's not neglect the rest of our surface. Let's come on to a little bit of rotation. So take the feet a little bit wider still, and we're just going to go from some points. We're going to reach across the body each way. So you're crossing the body and just going for a look over there moment. Okay, a little knee dip in the middle. So you've got a little lunge and a twist. Inhale. Bring it back. So just getting everything, nothing perfect, nothing particular, we're just enjoying a diagonal stretch and reach. Okay, and then bring it back in, and then let's just keep flowing, let's just do some swings. So swinging. So letting go of the arms, letting go of the head, keeping abdominals drawing in a little bit, spine can round, you can have a flat back, your choice. Couple more. Inhaling up, letting go, and then bringing everything back. Okay, it's getting a bit long. From there, let's do some shoulders. So, talking about opening up, so we're just going to let the shoulders lift up, down and back, and up, round and back. Let's add on, let's use the elbows to stir this time, going up, side and back. Naturally kind of dipping as we come back in. Little dips, and then let's use whole arms, lifting up, out and down, inhaling up. So I'm not even going to take this movement going the other way, we're just literally opening the collarbone today. Let's do one more. Okay, and then let's go into a nice easy roll down with a little bit of an added back pain. So I'll come on sideways here, let the arms go, chin, the neck goes, and then the chest softens, and just imagine softening through the front body as you take yourself down, letting a stretch in the lower back, and then bringing yourself back up. As you bring yourself back up, let's take the arms into stick 'em up arms, cactus arms, and keep reaching, and then reach the fingertips up, so you've got a bit of a baby back bend going on. Okay, and then just lower the arms, and let's pick up the pace a little bit, take it down, soft knees, check where the weight is through the feet, and then roll yourself back up. Abdominals lifting, let's take our stick 'em up arms, our cactus arms, going for the big reach. So a little bit of weight to the heels now, and one more. Ragdoll arms, head goes, rest of the body travels. Pausing at the bottom, releasing head, neck and shoulders, rolling up. Pressing the ground away as you unravel, open, reach, and just enjoy that kind of full body stretch for a moment, through the fingertips, and then letting go. Okay, from there we're coming down onto the mat, starting in 4-point kneeling. So I'm just going to adjust the camera so I can, while you get yourself down to the mat. Okay, hopefully that will get us there. Alright, so moving there. Okay, little. Sorry, adjust the camera a little bit more. Okay. So, from there, bring yourself into 4-point kneeling and just taking yourself into a traditional position, wrists and shoulders stacked, knees and hips, and tummy's drawing up. So long active back of the neck here, little softness at the elbow, and we're just going to start by trying to get that lower back moving. So we're just going to, as you exhale, just round the lower back. Nothing else changes, and then return. So it's as if you're tucking your tail under, just rounding, so abdominals draw up as you round, exhale, and return. Exhale, so drawing up and back with lower abdominals, and return. Exhale and tuck, and return. Let's do one more. So these movements never look like you're doing very much, but you are. Upper body. Now we're going to work the upper back. So heels of the hands draw back slightly and let the eye line track forward, and as if there's something crawling up the wall in front of you, and then return. So you're literally drawing back with the heels of the hands, chest is sent forward, and then return. Okay, inhale as you begin to gaze forward, soft gaze. So it's not all about the neck bending. We're really wanting to work into that upper back, that little upper back stretch. And bring it back in. Okay, rib cage, long back. We're going to let the rib cage drop. So as you exhale, just let the shoulder blades sink together as the rib cage drops, and then press it away. So you can feel the shoulder blades come together as the rib cage drops, and then the shoulder blades separate as you lift. Let's do one more. So it's our shoulder drops, but this time in a different position. And return. Okay, from that 4-point kneeling position, we're going to do a bit of hip movement. So bring the knees together, and then lengthen away the leg near to knee. From there, we're going to lift that toe and just turn the whole leg and the hip towards me, and then rotate back. So imagine that you're getting the hips stacking on top of each other, and then returning. So as you're doing this, the knee, the foot faces forwards, and return. Let's do one more. Stack, and return. Okay, let's go on to the other side. So slide the leg away, float at the foot, and then just let that hip lift, let the knee turn, let the ankle turn, and rotate back. So we've got the hip, knee, ankle all working together. And you can feel a little bit more push through that arm at the side of the leg that's lifting. Let's do one more. Up, turn, and return. Okay, from there, we're going to do some whole spine flexing and moving. So reach away, opposite arm and leg, and lift a little bit. And then bring elbow to knee. And send them away. Inhaling, exhaling as you curve. Inhaling and reaching, and bring your nose to your knee almost. So this is a bit of extension and flexion together. Let's go on to the other side. So reach them away so far that they then just have to float up, and then bring knee to heel, knee to elbow, and it's balance. I'm having a wobble. And really go for a reach as you're extending. It will help balance. Energy through foot and hand. Let's go one more. Bring it in. Send it away long. And bring it back down. Okay. From there, now I want us to do some rib cage movement. So let the arm near to me be really relaxed and just take it onto the lower back. So really let the elbow go. As So you've got that 3 points of support. From here, I want us to think about turning the rib cage now. And having a look towards me, and then taking it back. So inhale as you turn. So we're trying to not let the shoulder do the work, but trying to think of the rib cage turning. Let's do one more. Okay, so let the eye line turn, let the collarbone turn, and return. Other side. So just let that arm be very relaxed. Supported through this arm, and then inhale and just have a look. And then turn. And if you can almost visualise your rib cage turning here, twisting and returning. Let's do one more. Twist and return. Okay, let's do a nice little stretch to finish this little sequence. So pick up the hand furthest away from me, thread that through like threading the needle, and slide away the leg that's near to me. And just take a moment. So you might get the head down on the ground and just take a little pause. So we've got a nice whole body twist here. Again, I want to just stretch out our surface connective tissue today. And then let's take it the other way. So, pick up the hand near to me, slide it away from me, and slide the legs up. And if you can get the head to the ground, that's fine, otherwise just a little hover. Okay, and just take a pause, a couple of breaths. And bring everything back into the centre. Okay, a little bit of strengthening work with plank. So let's have wide hands and wide feet here. So shoulders over the wrists, take the knees back, pick up so you've got a nice wide plank here. So nice wide base. From there, we can again rotate, we're going to turn towards me, and you're coming into an effortless side plank. So the knees can be down while you're doing this. I'll show that modification. So we can come down, turn, and reach. So you've got power through the feet and the wrists, and return. Have a show on with the knees down. Now you can stay lifted, or you can come to a here position and rotate slowly. Rotate with control. Knee comes down or foot, and turn and reach, and then bring everything back down. Okay, and give the wrists a little roll. Okay, from there we're coming from our plank position, so just taking it once more just to feel the joy of gravity here, and just let the elbows stay close to the body, and we're just going to lower down. The knees can come down. Lower yourself down onto the mat. Okay, and we're keeping the hands just underneath the shoulders, legs reaching away. Draw tummies up, and we're going straight into a sort of baby swan. So from here, glide the shoulders down, elbows lower, and then just begin to float the head up. Reaching through the toes. Keep the lower ribs down, so keep the lower rib cage down as you extend, and then lengthen down. 2 more like that. Glide the shoulders down, lift up the nose, and then just begin to gaze softly forwards. But ribs stay down, shoulders stay down. Glide down. 1 more. These are such good postural movements here. We're rolling back the shoulders, we're opening the collarbone, we're using our back extensors. And then take it down and take the head onto the hands, long legs. And just from here, draw tummies in and just go for little single leg float, double leg, little flutters. Little tiny flutter, reaching through the toes, reaching them away. And then lower the legs. Take the arms down to the side of the body now for some working dart. Forehead is down. As you inhale, float up the head. Palms turn to the body, heels meet, pause at the top there, and then turn to me as you lower back down. So we're going to turn our head each time. So inhale and lift, shoulders glide back, palms turn, palms can turn down to the floor. And then rotate the other way with the head. Okay, inhale, roll back the shoulders, reach the crown of the head one way, toes the other way. and turn. Let's do one more to end up facing the other way. Float, turn, roll back the shoulders, hold, reach, and turn, and lower down. Good. From there, bringing ourselves into a single leg kick. So you're on your elbows, or you can keep down. That's doable as well. I'm taking my elbows further forward to sort of sit my lower ribs on the ground. I'm happy like that. Hands are clasped, thighs are light, hips are heavy, long parallel legs. And we're just going to kick, kick, and down, kick, kick, and down. You can have pointed feet, you can have flex feet, but try and keep the hips nice and quiet so we're not getting a lot of movement through the rest of the body. Gluteal muscles are working, and then we can do a little swap. So the thighs are light here. They may be on the ground, but we're not pressing the knees to the ground. Good. This is one of the easiest ways I've found to do single leg kick. It's one of my big challenges in Pilates world. Okay, good. And then pushing back, rounding back into child's pose. So rounding the back here, sitting back towards the heels, toes can be tucked, and just take a pause. Breathe into the back of the ribs, and then breathe into the belly. Feeling a good stretch. Okay, from there we're coming onto our front. I'm doing lots on our front today. Okay, so I'm going to move them up a bit further that way. Okay, so we're going to come into some bridging to start with. So, but small bridging to start with. So just let the arms be, back of the neck is nice and long, and just literally hover up the back side, hover up the hips off the mat, and from here I'm just going to take the feet for a walk. So just let the feet walk round one way, so you do the side bend, walk the other way, side bend going on. How far can you go? Let's do it on our toes. So come up on your toes, same thing. Yeah, shoulders staying quiet. Okay, walking it round, bringing it back down, and lowering the spine down. Okay, classic bridging. So articulating as you exhale, lifting into the bridge. So standing into the feet, arms are pressing down, send the knees forward, and then let's just drop down. We're articulating up, so articulate through the spine, and then drop. Here we go. Exhale as you roll through the lower back, so imprinting the spine as you roll, standing in the feet at the top, and drop. Give yourself a little bit of a jolt. Okay, from there, rolling into the bridge. And we're just going to let the hips tip here. The legs are going to stay quite quiet, but can we let one hip drop down and then the other hip drop down? So interesting what you feel through the feet. You almost feel that kind of nice rolling, walking motion as the weight tips side to side. Okay. And then we're going to add on, we're going to let knees together here, and then we're going to let the hip and the knee open and tip and return, and then we're on to the other side. So hip and knee open and bounce back up. So tip and return, tip and return. Let's go faster. So just taking it side to side. Again, working through the feet to push you back up each time. Open, tip and tip. And then reach the arms up, reach the arms back, extend the hips a little bit more, and then lower the spine slowly, trying to find a space for each bone as you roll back through, all the way down, and have a little side to side tip. Okay. From there, let's take our arms wide and come into some hip rolls. So you can have the feet down or come straight into a tabletop position. Knees squeeze together, lower back is down, and as you inhale, just let the knees tip over away from me, and then roll back. Let's inhale as you go over. Exhale to return. So really feeling that the twist is coming from your centre. Inhale over. So I'm allowing you to use your arms a fair bit today. We can use the arms to help stabilise, but keep those abdominals working to bring you back. And the breath. Exhaling back and rolling through. Let's do it with long legs. Same thing, up and over. Roll back through. Inhale as you go over. So try and keep the legs from sliding apart. So really feeling that it's the initiating from the hip lifting. And roll back. Inhale over. Exhale back to centre and draw the knees in. Okay. Keeping the knees together, just do a couple of little egg rolls. So letting the lower back have a nice bit of a massage. Circling the other way. These are the pauses which are as important as the exercises. Okay, back in our tabletop position, and we're going to have the hands on the thighs and just push legs long, arms go long, and we're coming back in. Exhale as you lengthen away. Reach, reach, reach. And again, send it away. So a bit of pushing and pulling going, pushing the legs away and then almost be pulled back in. Exhale, go long. Couple more. So really reach through the toes here, keep connected in your centre. Last one. Bring it back in and then just circle the knees wide. Take them wide. 3 each way, and the other way. Okay, good. Okay, from there just take one long stretch, so lengthen the arms, lengthen the legs, let the ribs lift. And a nice stretches through our fascia tissue. From there, can we drop the ribs? Can we bring the arms round? Can we just have a look at our feet? And there they are, and take it back. So literally we're just doing a little bit of lengthen as we flex the feet as you look. Point them as you go back down. Let's just do 2 more. Reach. And lengthen. Last one. Curl and reach. Lengthen away. Okay, alright, so we are keeping quite stretchy today. From there, we're going to come on to our sides. No, we're not, we're going to come into sitting. Okay. So from there, let's just put our head in our hands. Okay, so sitting tall. I think facing you is probably the best thing I can do. You can have knees bent, you can have feet together, which is slightly less stable, but may feel happier. Okay, well again, we're working into the upper back and the neck here. So a little bit of pressing the head into the hands. And to start with, just a little side bend, so letting elbow lift and then return. Inhaling as you go up, keeping the weight through the hips the same. Try not to let that change. Up and over. Lengthen back to centre. Again, all about good posture and upper body. So we're going to add on, so we're going to go over and then we're going to take a little rotate. We're going to turn towards to look at the floor and then bring it back to centre. Up and over, little quarter turn, glance at the floor, bring it back to centre. Adding on, we're going over. This time you're going to let that top elbow open and you're going to have a little look towards the wall, the ceiling. Bring it back. The centre. Up and over. Top elbow opens and you begin to look. And bring it back. And the centre. We can kind of do a circular movement with this. So we're going to go into a side bend. And then you're going to look towards the floor. And then to centre. And then other side. Back. and here. Now we're going to take it going back. So we're going to go over. Then your top elbow looks towards the ceiling and you're just going to glance towards the ceiling as you roll back. And then come back to centre. Okay, let the shoulders go. Good challenge on the shoulders as well. Okay, from there, I'm going to do a little bit of hinging again. I'm going to easy to slump here, so do have a slump by all means, get that relaxed feeling and then just begin to lift yourself tall. Okay, and I want us to even just lift a little bit more, so we're looking, send the breastbone forward and have a little look towards where the wall meets the ceiling and bring it back. So it's not just the neck, I want us to really think of opening the shoulders and the upper back, inhaling as you look up and return. So feel if you can, upper back and rib cage shifting here a little bit. So collarbone is open, little baby back bend. And bring it back. Okay, let's add on with an arm. So reach the arm near to me, forward. And then we're just going to let that arm circle up, open, behind, and bring it back. Let's go 2 more on this side, up. So have a little lean back, little open as you extend back. Should feel nice. Inhaling as you go up. Exhaling. And you've got the support of the other arm here as well. Let's go on to the other side. So shake hands moment and then lift the arm up. Little back lean, turn and open. And again, keep attached to those abdominals. They're helping control the movement as you go back. Let's do one more. Up, open, twist and bring it back. And we do with both arms. Strong abdominal connection here. Arms float up, little hinge back, open. Don't let it bother your lower back. So think of letting the chest lift slightly as you open. Let's do one more. Up, a little back lean, open, round and back. Ooh, probably feeling your hip flexors with that one. Let's bring the legs forward. Yeah. It's a bit of spine twist. So let's do some rotation now with our ribs. So let's take the hands here forward. So lifting through. Feet are going to stay together as you inhale and twist. And back. Twist, 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 twist. Bring it back, little pulse. Little side to side. Lengthening back to centre each time. This time we're going to stay on this position. Draw that leg in that's near to me, near to here, and just wrap the opposite arm around it and just open. Okay, and just have that kind of nice regal turn. Other hand is down, you can glance over your shoulder. Lengthen the spine. Take a pause in this twist. And slide that leg away. I'm going to do this with long arms. Okay, let's twist to the other side. Twist, twist. Grab that knee with that hand. Other hand can come down and lengthen up. Send the crown of the head high. Look over that shoulder. And bring it back round. Okay, from there, let's bring one leg into the opposite side. Let's take the arms wide. Bring the hands together. And you're just going to dive down that leg and then just arc up and over and arc up and back. So again, inhale. I did say this class is all about opening through our upper body. And let's do 3, let's do one more. Just open up. Follow the arm with the eye line and bring it back. Other side, tuck in, sit wide, sit tall, bring the palms together, dive. So the hand that stays on the thigh can press away to let you open up. And then bring it back round. So inhaling as you open, open, open. And bring Check the shoulder isn't lifting. I had to cue myself there, so keep the shoulder away from the ear as you open. And then bring it back in. Ha! Good. Okay, from there we are going to come on to our side. I do have my plan in front of me, you know me. Okay, so we're coming on to, bring yourself to the other front of the mat and then lengthen down. Okay, long legs, and just bring the feet slightly forward so you can see them. Check the bottom waist is lifting and active. Okay, so we're going to do against a bit of nice stretching movements here and balance. You're going to roll onto your back, and as you roll, top elbow and knee are going to meet, and then they're going to come back into that side line and do a stretch. So a side bend here, bottom waist lifts. So roll and tap and reach and go for the stretch. So here's the relaxed bit here where you're at ease, and then go for the stretch, which feels good. Same start this time, so roll and tap, and this time we're coming into torpedo. So bring yourself over. Can we float up the head? Can we float up the feet? Roll back and tap, knee to elbow, roll and return. Great challenge for our balance. And then roll back, tap, and go for the reach and the leg float and the head lift, wherever you manage to get to with this one, and bring it back in. Good. Bring yourself onto your forearm. Again, hips, movements here. So elbow underneath the shoulder, and just check the shoulder is away from the ear here. And let's just do some hip hikes to start with. So bring that hip towards the rib cage and then send it away. So you've got this lovely counteraction on the other side of the body. You've got shortening on one side and lengthening, and it feels nice. The whole spine will react with this one, which I always like. The head kind of bobs around, up and down. Bring it back into centre, and from here we're going to bring the hand onto the head. We're going to lift up the hips. We're going to open up the hips and look towards the ceiling. Bring it back in, lower down. So it's almost like a hip lift, and then a hoi moment, baby back bend. Hips go forward, shoulders go back, lower down. Let's do one more. Lift, send the hips forward. Eye line goes back, lift and tap down. Good. Okay, let's just do a little bit of a star shape from here as well. So from here, can we just explore that lift and return and send it away and down. Okay, and pushing up. Let's just do a little mermaid stretch before we go on to our other side. Just a quick side to side, and then swivel your leg round. So we're on our other side for our side line. So again, bring yourself to the front of your mat, lengthen out the arm, bring the feet slightly forward, check the back of the neck is nice and long here, and we're going to do our side bends to start with. So just roll onto your back and bring elbow to knee. That's the relaxed bit, and then go for the stretch. You might foot and hand meet the floor. Here they are, tapping, and then go for the stretch. So the bottom waist lifts as you do this, arches, with that lovely side bend and reach. This time torpedo, so tap, and then bring yourself into torpedo. And you float the legs, float the upper body, roll back, tap, and come to center. A great core exercise. It's all happening through the twist from your centre, whole body movements. Good for all of us. And then lower down, and then bring yourself onto your elbow. Okay, hand on the hip. So just bringing the hip in, sending it away. So a little bit of a movement through ribs, through the spine, through the hip. Okay, and then as you come back, we're going to have head onto hand, hand onto head, lift at the hips. Send the hips forward, send the collarbone open and back, bring it back in, lower back down. Lift, hips go forward, head goes back in, tap down, one more. Lift, send the hips open, back and lower down. Okay, a couple of stars to finish with, so just ta-da, exploring. Reaching fingertips, reaching the foot, and bringing it back in. And then from there, we're going to come onto our front. Okay. Before we get onto our front, let's just do a nice stretch through the spine. So bringing yourself into a bit of a 4-point kneeling position, keep the knees and hips in line, and just begin to lower the arms forward. So you've got a nice kind of, almost like a cat and dog stretch, you know, they get that. So open the fingertips wide like claws, and just, again, shift the weight side to side a little. Feeling the stretch through the shoulders, through the side of the body. And then just lowering yourself onto the mat. Okay. Alright, just in clothing. So, from here, I'm just going to start in a nice extended position. So let the arms and legs go quite wide. And cross shape on the floor. Easy shoulders. Hips staying heavy, and then can we float at the head? And then can we float up the diagonal? So go for a length. So lengthen away. Opposite arm and leg. Return. Opposite arm and leg. Return. Little floats. Okay. Torso staying nice and quiet. Little floats. And then maybe, let's bring the elbows in a little. Can we float the hands? Can we bend the knees? Can we float the knees? So a little bit of a free fall. Okay? So we've got bent elbows, bent knees, and then can we lengthen and stay in free fall? So we're coming from here. Imagine yourself on that parachute, lunging down, and then lengthen out. Bring it all in. Okay, hover the knees, lengthen out, and lower down. Good. Okay. From there, a little bit of aeroplane work. So bring the legs together, and just send the arms wide. Okay. Floating up the head, you're going to look towards the arm near me and let the arm lift up as your other arm draws away. And then bring it back in. Head comes in. So you look towards the lifting arm while the other arm pulls in the opposite direction. Okay, so there's a little bit of a sliding of the ribs with this one. Hope you can feel that happening. Keep the feet lengthened away. Some of you feet may be floating, that's fine. Reach, and then bring it back in. Okay, all right. From there, bending the knees, floating up the head, and let's go through a little bit of a stinger. From here, can you high five your opposite foot? And then turn, high five the other. Can you do it with the back of the hand? So again, we've got a little side bend and movement through the ribs. Eye line stays towards the mat as you just do a little side to side. You might not meet the foot, that's fine as well. Okay. And lowering down. Good, okay. Pushing yourself back into a rest position. So tuck in the toes. Let's take the knees a little bit wider if that feels good on your back. And again, just let the weight rock side to side, let the elbows come down. Taking a pause. Alright. And then from there, we're going to come into onto our knees for a little bit of kneeling work. So from here, the first I'm going to have a go at some rib cage slides. So we've done it before. It's, you know, good little challenge. So almost think of an old-fashioned typewriter. Can you slide your ribs one way then the other way? Slide. So the hips stay quiet. It's just that kind of, it's not a side bend. It's not a rotation. It's just literally a slide, side, descend to slide, descend. Sometimes extending your arms might help, as if you're reaching. But we really want to keep our rib cage nice and mobile. Okay, can we circle? So you slide to the side, then you slide back, other side and forward. So it's that slow hula hoop movement, but through the rib cage. Okay, we've got more mobility in our hips and our ribs. Let's take it the other way. Slide, take it back, other side, forward, slide, take it back, other side, forward, slide, back, other side, forward. Okay, all right, and then from there we're just going to do a little bit of a timbering over onto our side. So just let yourself timber over onto one arm. We're in our kneeling position, side kneeling. From here, we're going to bring the knees together and we're going to thread the needle through that space. Sit back towards the heels, thread, and then explode into a star. So a little bit of turn. So let the head turn to follow the arm. And then bring it back. Exhale as you turn. Inhale as you explode. Not literally. One more. And ta. Okay, let's go on to the other side. A little timber onto the other side. So this is quite a nice feeling. Just let gravity take you over. And here you are. Okay, arm is extended. And then we're going to thread. So sit back, knees come together, follow that arm. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale. Full body movements are just so good for us. Kind of forgotten how to move, haven't we, in our lifestyles? And then bring everything back to centre. Good. Okay. From there, we're just going to finish with a little bit of lunging and turning. So I'll come this way on. Draw tummies in, and can we quietly step one foot forward, and quietly step it back, and quietly step it forward. You may find one side's easier than the other. Okay. And you might want to tuck the toes at the back or have them down. But just doing this is such a valuable movement for balance, hip mobility. Step one forward and stay there now. Okay. And we're going to reach the arms into sleepwalking arms. From here, we're going to reach the arms forward and lunge a little bit deeper. Let the arms lift up. And then out. And back. Let's go from the start. So we're starting here. We're going to slide forward. And then we're sliding back. Got it the wrong order. Okay, here we go. Slide back. Goalpost arms. Reach to the ceiling. Everything goes forward. Elbows glide back. Rotate. Reach and back bend. Send everything forward. One more. Power back. Flip. Go for the reach. And return. Let's go with the other side. I might get it right on this side. Here we go. So, sleepwalking arms. We're going to, from here, take the elbows wide. Stick them up. Reach and add a little back bend. Everything goes forward. Glide back. Stick them up. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Forward. Inhale. Exhale. Big reach. And forward. That felt good. Let's do one more. Glide back. Big reach. And glide forward. Okay. Very nice. Let's put the other leg forward again. Just more and just a little bit of a rotation up here. So bring yourself forward. Hands on either side of the foot. You can lift the knee if that feels good. And the hand near the foot is just going to open and turn. And return. Knee lowers down. Swap the legs. Swap the foot. So you literally bring the chest forward over the knee. Hands come either side. The back knee can lift. And then you're turning away from me now, hopefully, if it's worked. And then bring it back down. Okay, from here, lower the knees, tuck the toes, bring yourself into a little hover, and then just push into a down dog and just enjoy widening the fingers, just paddling through the feet here. And let's walk the feet to the hands. Feet to the hands. You can have soft knees. Feet to hands, feet to hands, feet to hands. You're in the bottom and roll up. Give yourself a little shake, a little release, a little sway, and then unroll, unroll, unroll. Keep on going. Lift the arms, circle them round. Bring everything back. Roll the shoulders. That'll do for today. Thank you.